fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a ballerina. I dreamed of being on the big stage and making those turns that everyone would laugh and everyone would give me a big applause. But unfortunately, I wasn't given the body of a ballerina. Instead, I was given a body that liked delicious sweet cakes, pastries, and desserts. And just like that, my dream dissipated like the raindrops after a summer shower. And I decided that I will never be a ballerina. I realized that. My dream was gone. But this never stopped me being a big fan of ballet, dance, performances, and everything that goes on big stages in theaters around the world. And I promised myself that one day, this was on my bucket list, that one day I am going to watch a performance of a Russian ballet in Russia. Because as most of you know, there is no ballet like the Russian ballet. They are the best of the best in the world. And this summer, my dream actually came true. I happened to be in St. Petersburg, and of course, where you are at the best place of the best ballet schools, there's no way you're going to miss a ballet performance. And of all places, in the most beautiful theater, the Marinsky Theater in the heart of St. Petersburg. So here I was, dressed to the nines that night, on my way to the Marinsky Theater to watch a ballet performance. From the moment you enter that old building, the whiff of time is there. You can smell the old times when the counts and the countesses, the lord and the ladies, entered this theater, this magnificent building, and they strolled around in their big dresses and tuxedos, nodding to everybody, waiting for the performance to start. And you can also imagine that the emperors and the empresses of the big Mother Russia actually were there to witness ballet performances. So as soon as I entered the big theater, I was mesmerized by the gilded decorations that are everywhere. As soon as you sit on the plush chair and you look around, you feel like you're in another world. You feel like you're in a fairy tale and waiting for something big to happen. As I was taking pictures of the royal box, or every box that was there in the theater, I could see around that there were no counts and countesses and lords and ladies. There were other people, just like me, who were there to enjoy the perfection of the ballet dance. 5 minutes before the performance started, I was looking at that red, heavy velvet curtain. And I knew that I had to be ready, because at the moment, by the time when that curtain would rise, I knew that I would be transported into another world and lifted from reality into the land of dreams. And for 2 or 3 hours, I knew I would forget whatever was happening in this world. So suddenly there was a roar and a big sound coming from the orchestra that was sitting down. We could see the musicians, but most importantly, we could hear the beautiful sounds of the violins, of the cellos, and of the pianos that would accompany the ballet performance. And at one moment, that heavy curtain started lifting effortlessly. And suddenly, we saw a scene that was so magical, a scene that transported us to the lands of Arabia, in the old times of the pirates, when people would be sailing the seas, and then they would be going to far-off lands. And then it all started. When the dancers came out, their dresses were amazing. The ballerinas wore big, blue, turquoise tutus, and the male dancers would lift them effortlessly, and were just gliding on the stage. stage, all in sync with the music, with the tone, and with the voices that were also singing. So for 3 hours, I was in that world of dance and music, and I just felt that I was in my element. I wasn't a ballerina. I was not on that stage, but those dancers were in my heart, and I felt as if I was with them. And when they took their final bow on the stage, when everybody stood up and gave them the longest applause possible, I got chills and goosebumps, because my dream of watching a live ballet performance in Russia has actually come true. Not only did I tick one more item on my bucket list, but my heart was full, because finally the dream came true. And as the curtain closed again, we left the stage, and I took one last whiff to carry the smell of that theater with me. Because I felt that I was taking with me the time of that endless ballet performance and that effortless ballet performance. And that when I leave the theater, it would go with me. When I left the theater, I just took one look at it, and I said to myself, dreams may not come true in the shape we all want, but sometimes if the opportunity knocks, the dreams will show in another shape. Whether it's tomorrow, in a week, in a month, or maybe it will take 10 days, but dreams do come true. Back to you.